Alright, so in this video I am going to teach you how to do value scales, and this is value scale number 1. So we're just practicing getting your shading values down. So what you need for this activity is you need a little blank sheet of paper, and then you also need a ruler. So the first thing that you're going to do here is in your 4H pencil, you're going to write your first name, your last name, your period number, whatever that might be. And then we're going to write value scale 1 notes. I just wrote VS1 notes. Okay. So we're going to do some notes together, and then you're going to be on your own doing your own value scale. So let's go ahead and turn that over. And we're going to lay down our ruler. And you're just going to kind of eyeball it the best you can. And then you are going to trace your ruler with your 4H pencil. Your 4H pencil is your go-to pencil for light drawing and for sketching. So it's just an all-around good pencil for that kind of stuff. So I traced my ruler, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw in inch marks for every inch that I see. So I'm going to start at the 0 notch, so that's the very first notch. I'm going to line it up with the edge of my paper and the line that I drew on the bottom. And I'm just going to carefully draw a little notch where each of those inch marks are. So definitely take some time to do this. I know it's a little hard to see with my ruler, but I'm making little notches wherever there is an inch mark, just like that. And now I'm going to do the same thing up top. I'm going to line my ruler up with the line, and the first notch, that 0, is lined up with the edge of my paper. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to put little notches wherever there's an inch mark. You want to try to be as accurate as possible. This does not require any drawing skill whatsoever. So there we go. Now, if you're looking at your lines and for some reason feel a little off, what I would do is just make sure that you go back through and that they are lined up. Sometimes people forget to kind of look and see where their lines are, or maybe they angled themselves the wrong way, but just double check your lines. The next thing that we are going to do to prep out our space is we're going to connect those notches. So I'm just going to take my ruler, I'm going to move this out of the way, and I connect the little notch lines. Now, depending on your ruler, yours might be a little bit taller or a little bit shorter than mine, but everybody's measurements will be an inch wide. So if yours looks a little different in height, that's okay, but everybody's squares are going to be an inch wide. Mine are more rectangular, and that's all right. So again, I'm just taking my 4H pencil and I am connecting those little notches. Again, I'm taking my time on this because I want to stay as accurate as I can. This does not require any drawing skill whatsoever. You just have to be careful. And if you mess up, you can always erase it and start again. All right, just like that. So I'm going to bring back my sample here. We're going to be shading in 5 different squares. So I'm just going to count out 5 squares, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 5 rectangles. And then the other ones, you can just put little X's through. Just little tiny X's. They don't have to be dark or anything. That's just to remind you that you don't need to do anything in those boxes. So this is how you set up your paper. I'm going to refer to these as numbered boxes so that it's easy for the tutorial so you understand what's going on. We're going to call this box 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If it helps you to also put the numbers on yours, that's fine. But that's how we are going to be doing our boxes for today. So this is how you set up the paper. If you're wondering which pencils that you use in each box, I'm going to go ahead and write notes for that too. So in box 2, we're going to be using the 4H pencil. In box 3, we're going to use the 4H and the HB pencil. For box 4, we're going to be using the HB and just an HB pencil with a little bit of pressure. So I put HB for the HB pencil plus pressure. And then for box 5, we're going to use HB, HB pressure, and maybe just a little bit of ebony. So that's pretty much your notes. If you have any questions, just feel free to email me, and I'll see you in the next video.